What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Warehouse Series and welcome to a very interesting Discord Friday. Guys, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and click that link in the description below to join Discord. Over 1,000 people over there, members, and what a great community to be involved in. And guys, I hope you watch this all the way through. It is not clickbait. Yes, I quit after 26 years. So I do want to say, guys, YouTube and Discord is not going anywhere. I have not worked in the warehouse since March 15th. Now, I am presently still employed at my place because I'm using my vacation time before my final day. So I am putting out more content. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the last few weeks. Not only is it more content, it's good content, guys. So I'm definitely going to have more time to spend on this channel. And I told you guys I don't get paid much money for doing this, and between 150 to 170 a month is what I get. And unfortunately, I got to pay taxes at the end of the year. So it's basically a bill. It's paying a bill, and that's about it, guys. So it's not like I get a lot of revenue from this channel, but I'm definitely very capable of still training you guys because I have not used any of my stuff for over 2 years. All right, over 1,000 members, like I said, on Discord. Guys, everything I do on the YouTube channel is driven from Discord. 26 years is not just going to fly out of my head. I'm still going to be very capable of training you guys, making sure that you build quality pallets. I get that system established so you guys can make as much money as you possibly can. So I think it's very irrelevant that I'm not working in the warehouse anymore because I haven't even done anything in my warehouse related to this YouTube channel in over 2 years. So let's get on to the big question, why? All right, guys, so first and foremost, I want to say I've been unhappy and miserable at my place for many, many years. So the last year and a half to 2 years, there's been something I've been doing. I've been switching around jobs and doing different things. I was hoping that, just doing different shifts or doing something different was going to strike something to be like, yeah, you know what, maybe I'll stay. But that didn't happen. If anything, it just made me more miserable because I would switch back. We could go between two buildings, perishable and dry goods, and I would travel back from the perishable and dry goods just to realize that the same bullshit that's going on up there is happening down here as well at dry goods. So guys, 20 more years of working in that warehouse. Oh my God, did that make me depressed? And I'm 45, so that takes me to 65, and if government gets their way, retirement age will be 70. So you're telling me 54 years I got to put in that place before I retire. It's just something that I'm not joking. It literally made me depressed. So guys, one major thing is I don't like the direction the company's going. My company in the past has been a very disciplinary, safe, pretty damn safe warehouse to work at, and I just don't like the direction they're going. And the direction they've been going for the last probably 3-4 years. Honestly, COVID changed our warehouse majorly. The way they do things, ever since COVID hit, it's just changed. It's changed, and it wasn't for the good. So guys, right now they're hiring anybody. So when you first come into our place, they're hiring anyone to be an extra. They used to have a screening process, a lifting test. They used to do all that stuff. So they don't do that anymore. So we're starting to get people that aren't even capable of doing the job. And they come in and they usually quit after a year. We have like zero retention because of this situation of them hiring people that aren't even able to lift 50 pounds. But since we don't do the lifting test, they have no idea what the heck the job's about. And if they will let them know up front, but they got rid of all that because they can't get people to walk in the door, and they need everyone and anyone to get in that place. And another thing they do, guys, is that we have extras and we have regulars. And that goes from hiring the extras that do sort of make it. Now, they lower the threshold from 100% to 97% for these guys because they can't do the job. And they're hoping if they lower it to a 97, that they're going to get people to stay. And then the people they hire to full-time, they're incapable too. All right, it's a really bad direction this place is going on. And the thing that irritates me is the people that put the blinders on at work. People that have been there thinking it's the greatest place on earth. It is not, guys. Take the blinder off. Come on, see what the future's bringing. And basically what they do is they keep telling our current workers that can do the job, we need you to do more work. They're secretly telling you that by getting us to throw more cases per hour by reslotting the warehouse or putting the system in. You guys heard me say that. I'm not going to get into that too much. But they were definitely making changes to get us to throw more cases per hour. Not me personally, because I told you I don't throw in the warehouse anymore. Hopefully, the way things are going, I might be there in the future. But there are, honestly, with all this being said, there are bigger problems that are coming in the near future. And the bigger problem is that 7 years ago, roughly, we had around 420 regulars, and we had probably at a given time, we would probably have around 50 to 60 extras. And they were very capable extras. They were very capable extras that probably out of the 60, probably 40 have a really good chance of getting hired full time. And it's not like that anymore. Now we have 325 regulars to the present day, which that number might be less. And probably out of these 325, probably the last 10 are probably incapable people that are probably not going to be there long, and they just got hired. Maybe they said, okay, they're close enough, let's hire them before they leave. Maybe we can give them a little extra time off, and maybe they'll stay. And the extras are very capable. I'd say out of all the extras we have right now, if we have around 60 of them, probably 3 to 5 of them are probably worthy of getting hired full time. It's amazing how many people cannot do the job anymore. And one of the biggest things that I looked at, guys, I told you, I did my homework on this. It's not like I just decided to quit. I grabbed the seniority list. I took pictures of every seniority list. I went down the seniority list. Who can retire in the next 5 years? It's like 50 plus regulars. 50 plus regulars can walk out of this place in the next 5 years. If you want to go 7, 8 years, you could push that number up to probably 70 or 80. There's a lot of people that can leave. Not to mention we have a contract coming up 1 year from September that is definitely not going to be a good one. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to be a good contract, so you might have a lot of these guys leave before that contract is even initiated, guys, and you have a large number of people quitting. All right, so I have a feeling that this number, okay, it might be 325 in 2 years, but you're going to have more of incapable people flooding that number. So right now, out of the 325, you probably have 315 that are very capable of doing the job, and you have about 10 that can't. Give it a couple years, that 325 is going to be about 290 that are capable of doing the job, and the rest can't. And as that number keeps growing of incapable people that could get the job done at a less rate, it's just not going to help the place. The place is just continuously to move backwards every single day. And the number of people quitting that have years in, so I'm not talking people with a year or two in, I'm talking with people with 10 to 21 years in. Now, I might be the highest person to ever walk out of that place at 26 years, and it's just because I'm not saying I'm anyone stupid, but I prepared myself for this situation. And they basically took everything away from new employees coming in the door. So the capable people that are actually maybe thinking about staying are like, why? Why should I stay? Because I told you guys about the tier systems at our work. I get an astronomical amount more than the new people walking in the door. And I told you guys, one of the biggest things ever since COVID is they stopped managing. They stopped managing because I don't know what it is, guys, but when you stop managing, what do you think good is going to come out of the company? All right, like I said, we used to always have discipline. Now, I asked the one supervisor, obviously I'm not going to mention his name because I'm not trying to get him in trouble, but I asked him, why do you guys just walk past everything? Why do you not? Basically, he said, we are not allowed to discipline, especially new employees. They're not allowed to discipline new employees unless it's something major. All right, unless it's a big safety hazard or something to that nature. They give these guys a 3,000-foot rope to do whatever they want in that warehouse as long as they're throwing their cases. So that right there showed the senior guys, well, if they're not disciplining them, well, how the heck are they going to discipline me? So guys, it's pretty bad. So the warehouses, I don't want to get into it. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble at the warehouse. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble because technically I'm still employed there. But I'm just letting you guys know the morale in that place fell off a cliff after COVID. It fell off a cliff, and it is a very miserable place to work. Very minimal people actually work in the place and do a good job. And that's right there. And it leads to an unpleasant work environment. And it sure to hell has been that way for quite some time now. So like I said, guys, this was a big decision. This was over a 2-year decision. This isn't something I came up with overnight. I wanted to make sure my debts were going to get paid off. I wanted to make sure if my daughter, because she was undecided of whether she wanted to go to college or not. My 2 boys are autistic, so they're just going to, they're getting placed in jobs, just working a couple days a week. And then I got, my one son helps me do stuff. So, but my daughter, she's a cosmetologist. She's getting ready to graduate. All three of my kids are graduating school at the same time. And that all works out because of the autism. You know, they get to go to school a little bit longer. But my daughter's graduating. She's going to have her license for cosmetology, and she already has a job. So there's no college debt in my future of helping my kids out, so that I really don't have to worry about. Now, the one thing I will say that I'm going to miss at work, besides the people, besides some of my coworkers that I've known longer than my family, is the healthcare. My healthcare was astronomical at work, and basically we're on my wife's healthcare starting next month. And I basically came to the decision. 20 years miserable with good healthcare, or 20 years a lot happier with okay healthcare. And I said, you know what? I have one life. I am not trying to be as miserable as I was for the next 20 to 25 years at my job. So in our house, I said, you know what? What's one way not to use this healthcare plan? Get healthy. So started eating healthier, started working out again. My whole family's on board with that. We've been doing pretty good with that. And that's that, guys. So get healthy and try not to use that. But guys, have a plan. If this is this is why I put out the whole thing with automation. If you guys are prepared, whether you want to quit or not, because you might lose your job. You never know. You never know what the future brings. But if you're prepared, it's going to make your decision a lot easier. So if you pay your debts off, now I'm down to a mortgage, so I paid off all my debts but a mortgage. If you guys do this and you don't have expenses coming up, like I said, everything aligned up for this. If my daughter was in college, I would not have quit. If I had astronomical amount of debt, I would not have quit. I would have still been on my work because I know I can take care of the stuff at that job. But with that being said, guys, I do have YouTube. Like I said, that pays a bill. My eBay store is something where in the future, I want it to be my primary job. It's a big part of my job right now. I'm doing really well with eBay. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I love it. It makes me happy. Getting the feedback from people that I sell to. So yes, this is why you see me push eBay. I want this to be my primary job. Now, I'm not going to get into the other things I'm doing, but I'm keeping busy, guys. I'm keeping busy. I do have a part-time job to cover the expenses. Now, my eBay, like I said, I've been doing really good with that. So this is definitely covering some of my revenue that I'm missing from my work. And then my part-time job is covering the rest of it. So with that being said, what do I want you guys to take away from this video? Be happy. If you guys are not happy at your job, start preparing that exit. All right. And it might take 2 years like me, 2+ years. Start preparing that exit. You don't want to be in a toxic environment. You don't want to be around toxic people that are going to make you miserable. And the stress is not worth it. Over 11 hours a day for an 8-hour shift is what I spent. Now, I live very far from my warehouse. And I had I'm always hitting traffic and things of that nature. Now, I was on the afternoon shift for over a year. If I chose to work daylight, I would hit rush hour traffic. So this would even go up. That's why it says over 11 hours a day. But what a waste of time in your life. Over 11 hours a day to work at a job that I'm miserable at. It just didn't make sense to me, guys. All right, guys, so that's it. Comments, questions in the comment section below. I initially filmed a video prior to this, and it was over 30 minutes, and there was a lot of harsh ranting going on, so I toned it down a little bit, and this is it, guys. I promise you the content's always going to be there. I have not filmed for over 2 years in my warehouse. I am not going anywhere. If anything, I'm going to get better. I'll see you guys next time. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.